Hey everyone, Jake here again. Today we're doing chapter 326 of My Hero Academia. Now, I haven't been spoiled on anything, but I know based on like some things that I've heard, I haven't heard specifics. It's just that I've heard people be like, "Yo, definitely stay away from social media." You know, like especially for the leaks this week. And then my friends have already read the chapter, and they're just like, "Bro, like you need to read it now." Um, something big's happening, and I'm assuming it has something to do with All Might, considering that we saw All Might walk away from UA at the end of the last chapter. So I'm assuming something to do with maybe Stain or All for One, Chiggy, something like that. But I'm not sure. And then also, obviously, I considered reading the officials tomorrow on Friday because the officials are actually coming out on Friday this week for Shonen. But because people were like, my friends and everything were kind of like, yo, no, like, read it now. I'm just going to read it now on Thursday. So, let's just jump right into this. In the never-ending down part, All Might is, okay, yep, so we're going to All Might. Where are you going? I'm going to check on the anti-hero supporters who refuse to evacuate. Oh, now he's thinking back to what he promised his mom, Deku jumping off. Okay, so is this a flashback to when his mask was on the ground, the busted up mask? Chapter 326. Who are you? He's back at Kamino looking at the Deku's mask. The place where he stops is... Damn, he's back to where his last fight as All Might was. He grabs Deku's mask. He looks up at the statue. I am not here. You could do nothing when your student was struggling. Live and stay with us. Many people are able to live in peace just because of that. You're just dragging them down now, All Might. All Might. Ha. Oh, shit. Stain did show up. Is that a slight against the heroes? Ooh, shit. Okay, hold up. Take that back, fool. Hero killer Stain. You never went after me while I was still active. I didn't realize that our eventual meeting would come to a fruition at a time like this. What are you talking about? Ah, that's right. After you were imprisoned, a lot changed. I'm All... Oh, he doesn't know that that's All Might. I'm All Might, although you possibly wouldn't have figured that out just by looking at me. Impossible. You can't be All Might. I don't blame you for not believing me. He buffs up. He buffs up for just a second. So, are you going to kill me now? If you are, then... No. You can't be All Might. You fake. This is sacred ground built to commemorate true heroes, and you dare impersonate them? Who are you? Why do you lie? Speak. I'm a fake, huh? I guess so. For the longest time, I couldn't stand the feeling of being unable to do anything. I couldn't permit it. The constant unreasonableness of both those who stole and those who were stolen from. All showing him as a kid again. Despite being powerless, I couldn't just remain still. I wanted to make the world a better place. But then, I reached the end. The result of which is all this. I wasn't even able to protect the student I promised I would. I couldn't make him stop and take a breather. How did I get to this? I keep getting farther and farther away from the hero I once was. Stain grabs him. He pulls him. Oh, someone was looking over the statue. What? I haven't sensed any bloodlust the entire time. I don't think we're close enough to be joining. Perfect. Look. Did they put it up again? Seriously? Haven't they had enough by now? Ooh, someone makes, like, some stuff come out of their foot to go up and take the thing off. Who is it? Every day she comes by to clean the statue from the anti-hero civilians' vandalism. She's probably staring in a nearby evacuation shelter. She's most likely doing all this to maintain the peace within the shelter she's staying at. But why put herself in that sort of danger? Just who is she? She is the last person that All Might has saved. Oh my god. The one that was under the rubble. Oh. The one that, like, he took the last blast from All for One. When he jumped in the way and then oh, that's her. That's who it is, right? Yeah. Help me. Oh my god. All Might always kept a smile on his face and set out to protect the people. It had nothing to do with his quirk. The man known as All Might dedicated his entire life to preserving our peace. That belief engraved in his very soul was what we extolled. You don't even hold a candle to All Might. Just look at her. The result, it's not over yet. The cinders that he left continued to burn within those who followed after, oblivious to the rain or wind, and now they are forming into a great fire and showing call of Class 1A around the statue, including the lady. And so we must not let that flame die. As long as we live, we must continue to stoke that flame, no matter how pitiful our struggles may be. Let's do this. I believe in you. He's starting to cry. A hero only exists for the sake of others, but if a god has fallen from grace and gained the heart of a weak man, or maybe, how do you wait this whole time? I don't know who you are, but if you are a true hero, then use that information from Tartarus. Oh. He left. Oh, God. So this must be some info on, All for One. And come end me, this man who has murdered 40 heroes. Everything is for the sake of a just society. He's crying. The rain, it's stopping. The heroes continue to struggle. And so he says, use that information from Tartarus. So, and he says, and come end me. So is he... That makes it seem like... Is he, like, siding with All for One? Kind of, but really he wants someone to stop him. Because he's like, use that information. And it sounds like he's giving information All for One, but he says, and come end me. So it's weird that he's like, it seems like the info he's giving him is going to lead him to All for One, but also back to Stain. So I'm not sure. It seems like Stain's one of those people where like he wants the villains to be stopped, but he's still going to side with them because he thinks of himself as like, this is the thing that needs to happen in order for society to move forward. I need to do this kind of thing, maybe? But he wants All Might specifically to end him. Oh, I can't wait to find out what information he got. I'm wondering if this... Because now I'm not sure where the story goes from here. Maybe this is like the last chapter of this arc, and now we're going to set up for the next arc. So this could very well be the last thing that's adapted next season. We'll have to wait and see. If this plot line goes further of All Might like chasing Stain like immediately next chapter and all that, then I could see the last chapter being where season 6 ends. But like again, we'll wait and see. I'm just very intrigued with what Stain's doing. And I'm wondering. He says he gave him some info. But the info was specifically from Tartarus. So maybe it doesn't have anything to do with where everyone is. Maybe it's like weaknesses and stuff like that based on people that were in Tartarus. This is very interesting. I'm very interested to see where this plot line goes. And I'm glad that Stain finally got to talk to All Might, because that's been something that's been built up for a long time. And even like right before this war arc, it was a thing that was mentioned too. And I remember it's funny because originally a lot of us thought that what was going to happen was All Might was going to be at Tartarus talking to Stain when the prison break happened, but that isn't what happened. So I'm glad that we finally did get this talk. That this was something that us fans have been wanting for a long time. And he wants All Might specifically to end him. But obviously that's not going to happen. I think if anyone's going to stop Stain, it's going to be Iida. That's going to be like Iida's thing. I also had a theory. I'm just going to throw this theory out. I don't really... If he is siding with All for One and Shiggy, then I don't know if this theory really pans out anymore. But if it's like a thing where he's kind of his own rogue agent, I did have a theory that out of all the League members, the person that needed a buff the most was Spinner. And I thought it'd be very interesting if Spinner, being the Stain fanboy that he is, what if Shigaraki took Stain's quirk and gave it to Spinner. So Spinner having his Gecko quirk, but also having Stain's, like, embodying Stain basically fully. But it would also be kind of like a thing where it's like, obviously if he takes it, he's probably killing Stain. But it would also be kind of like a cool way of Spinner moving on from Stain and like fully dedicating himself to Shigaraki. Is just like, we don't need Stain anymore. I'll carry on and follow Shiggy. So I just wanted to throw that out there in case that does happen, because I think that would be pretty cool for a Spinner to take that quirk and kind of be like the next Stain in a sense. But anyways, I don't have too much time to edit this and stuff before I gotta go to work, so I'm just probably gonna call it here. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments, and talk to you next week.